Hi, my name is Dr. Richard Perzer, and I am the Associate Dean of the School of Engineering and Applied Science here at Hofstra University, and I'd like to welcome you today to our online chat. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I've been a faculty member here at Hofstra for 17 years in the engineering department. We recently opened the School of Engineering and Applied Science, combining the departments of engineering and computer science so that we can do bigger and better things in the engineering and computer science world here at Hofstra. And we're very excited about our new school. We're excited about the opportunities that we have. And I'm very excited to be speaking with you today and answering some of your questions about our programs and opportunities here at Hofstra. So I see we have a question already from Amanda. And her question is, can I complete my degree in 4 years? And that's a good question because engineering programs and computer science programs are relatively challenging and can be difficult to make sure that you can complete. Here at Hofstra, all of our programs are designed to be completed in 4 years. Our computer science degree programs have 124 credits, and our engineering programs have between 128 and 131 credits. They are all designed to be completed in 4 years. We do have some students who take classes over the summer. We have some students who do internships, or I'm probably going to be talking about co-op in a little while, who have work experiences that do extend their programs. But again, our programs are designed for 4 years, and we have many students that certainly do complete them in 4 years. Another question just came in from Josh. Thank you for the question. Asks, what majors in engineering does Hofstra offer? We offer Bachelor of Science degrees in electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, industrial engineering, and we offer what is called a Bachelor of Engineering in Engineering Science with options in biomedical engineering, and civil engineering. And each of those programs are distinct programs. We also offer a Bachelor of Science degree in computer engineering as well. And again, each of those programs are distinct programs, very different programs. One of the things we're able to do here at Hofstra is take advantage of our size and make sure that students have a lot of experience in all of the programs, all of the different areas. And so they become very well-rounded engineers while becoming a mechanic or an electrical or an industrial engineer. Another question from Nina, do you have a co-op program? One of the things that always comes up with our current students and prospective students and parents is what we can do with our students to give them experiences outside of the classroom. We are beginning a co-op program beginning in January 2015, and so the class that's coming in now, the accepted students who are speaking with me today, you will be able to take advantage of this co-op program. The co-op program will be designed so that students will be able to work a summer and a fall semester or a spring semester and a summer with a company. We're still working on the particulars of this, and we are holding off until January 2015 so we can put the program together and make it successful right off the bat. But we already have many companies who are interested in working with us and working with our students and enabling them to get exposure with the outside world, with the working world, and to become better, more experienced engineers by the time that they graduate. So we're really looking forward to establishing this program and using it to create more opportunities for our students. Another question from Sean, do you help students get internships, and do they successfully get those internships? Yes, we absolutely encourage our students to get internships. We work very hard with local and national companies to be able to gain those internships. I can tell you we've had students work internships at places like Disney, UPS, IBM, General Electric. We've had some students work, or a student work at the Mayo Clinic, who is a biomedical engineering major. We've had students work in large companies and small companies locally and around the country. And we really see a lot of, again, opportunities for our students, and they really learn they really take what they learn in the classroom to those internships and use those opportunities to become better engineers. And one thing that we always see is that these internships also often turn into careers. I know a student that just graduated in December worked an internship at Disney, and now she's a full-time employee as an Imagineer at Disney. And we're always pleased to see those kinds of success stories. Another question from Bort, are there good careers in engineering? There are really more opportunities in engineering than many other fields, perhaps any other field. in the current economy and in the current work climate today. When you look at some opportunities like civil engineering works with the infrastructure of our country. And so we see opportunities there that have to stay local because you are going to be rebuilding roads or bridges and working with the infrastructure as well as building new buildings and other work such as that. Likewise, biomedical engineering is one of the fastest growing careers in the country. The Bureau of Labor Statistics predicts that there will be 60% more jobs in the next, I think, 5 to 8 years in biomedical engineering. And so we will see greater and greater opportunities there. And really every field of engineering is growing, some more than others, but there are great careers and very lucrative careers, honestly, in all of the fields of engineering. Another question from DS Light 4000. Take it that's your screen name. I am interested in computer science, physics, and mathematics, and I would like to know how Hofstra can help me incorporate these interests into my future. Well, computer science, physics, and mathematics all have the common thread of science. And so you could either do a computer science degree and minor in physics. You could do a computer science degree and minor in mathematics. We have a computer science and mathematics degree program, so you could work together in both degree areas. Or you could work in computer engineering, which incorporates a great deal of computer science along with physics in looking at the hardware and software associated with computers. And so really it's a natural to put those three areas together and to work in those different areas. Whether you're working on the computer science side, the computer engineering side, or really even in the physics side and working in computer science or math, you could put those areas together. Evan asks, what is your job placement rate? We're very proud of this. In the most recent survey that we did of graduates, we had 94% of those who responded were already employed, and employed in engineering jobs. And so we were very pleased to see that. We've also gathered some salary data from those students, and again, they've been very, very successful, placed very well, and we're very pleased with that placement rate. We've also seen a great many of our students go on to graduate school directly for full-time graduate programs, which is a very nice field, which feeds into the next question by Christine. Do a lot of your graduates go on to graduate school, and if so, where? One of the things we try to do at Hofstra is we are an undergraduate institution, and so we do not have graduate programs, but we prepare and enable our students to go on to graduate school. We've had many students go on to full-time programs in engineering. We had a student last year go on to Cornell to study electrical engineering at Cornell. We've had students to go to the best graduate schools in the country, Michigan, Princeton, MIT, Cornell, as I just mentioned, University of Maryland, Rensselaer, all with the strong background that we've given them in engineering here at Hofstra, and then enabled them to move on to these graduate programs. Question from Nicole. Do any of your graduates go to medical school? Yes, they do. One of the things about engineering in general, and most especially biomedical engineering, is that it enables you to move on to a great many programs, including medical school. Hofstra University just opened a medical school 2 years ago, and one of the students in the initial class, the inaugural class of that medical school, was one of our engineering graduates from Hofstra, a biomedical engineering student, and who is working successfully to become a doctor now. Another question from Justin. Do you have a hands-on teaching approach, or is it more theory-based? And do you have laboratories? That's a very good question. When teaching engineering, it's important to cover both the theory and the practice, the applications, the hands-on part. We have a great many laboratories, and we have laboratories in all of our engineering curricula. We have some brand new laboratories actually at Hofstra. We just opened a biomedical engineering laboratory with a $1 million state grant, and that laboratory is fantastic. It's really, truly state-of-the-art in biomedical engineering, and it's a teaching laboratory. It's enabling our students to work with our faculty in that area to get hands-on work in biomedical engineering. We also have wind tunnels in the mechanical engineering, in the fluids laboratory. We have a state-of-the-art electrical engineering laboratory, and we really encourage our students to get their hands on the tools that we have. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, we're an undergraduate institution. We do research. All of our faculty do research. But all of the tools that we have at Hofstra in the School of Engineering are for the purposes of our students to get their hands on as undergraduates. Bobby asked the question, do you accept AP credit? Yes, we do. We see an awful lot of our students come in with AP credit. We require a 3 or a 4 to gain credit for math, Calculus 1, perhaps Calculus 2. Chemistry, we have students that bring in credit in humanities and social science. And so all of those credits then can enable those students to start with a little bit of a head start in the engineering curricula. Chris asks, does Honors College work with engineering? It most absolutely does. And we really encourage our students who are interested to work with Honors College. At Hofstra, Honors College enables you as a freshman to take classes with other honors students in what are called culture and expression classes. And all of those culture and expression classes are a part of the engineering curriculum and satisfy requirements within the engineering curriculum. Then, as you move later into your curricula as a student, you will take specialized or honors option classes within the engineering curricula, working with faculty. Just last semester, I worked with 5 students in my statistics class on an honors option class. And then, when you become a senior, when you do a senior design project as an honors student, you do sort of a specialized project which we require a little bit of research, and we hold you to something of a higher standard to enable you to complete the Honors College degree. Chelsea asks, what does it mean that you have a new School of Engineering? It's a good question, and I've had a lot of people ask me if we just finished the school. And we've taught engineering here at Hofstra for over 50 years. I've been teaching at Hofstra, as I mentioned a while ago, for 17 years. What it means to have a new school, though, is that the university has recognized the importance of engineering and science and computer science, and the opportunities that we can offer to students here at Hofstra. And so to have a new school really means that we have a structure that's really just for engineering and applied science, computer science. We have a new dean, Dr. Simon Benavi, who's leading us. And we are able to do some more things. The university did a $4.2 million renovation of Weed Hall, the engineering building, last summer. It's a wonderful place to learn and take laboratories and to teach in for myself. And so the new school has really given us some opportunities that we didn't have quite to this level in the past. Pat asks, are there research opportunities for freshmen and sophomore students? And yes, we try to work with students of every level, down to and including the first-year students. We need to get to know those students, and we need to give them the opportunity, and they need to get to know us as faculty. But we do look for all opportunities to work with students. This summer, some of our faculty are going to be working with students on different research projects, either that they are working on or sometimes even that the students are interested in working on. And so we try and incorporate research and the ability for our students to do research in a couple of different ways. Of course, juniors and seniors have a little bit more opportunity, but all students are welcome. We as faculty, really want to get to know our students, and we sort of cherish the ability to work with students on research on all levels. We're going to take a break right now, but please keep those questions coming. There have been some fantastic questions, so we will be right back in a few minutes. Welcome back. My name is Dr. Richard Perzer. I am the Associate Dean of the School of Engineering and Applied Science at Hofstra University, and I'm happy to be here today to answer your questions about Hofstra University and tell you about many of the opportunities that we have here at Hofstra within the School of Engineering and Applied Science. So I'll get right back to the questions. Brian asks the question, what makes your school unique? Well, by school, I'll really talk about the School of Engineering and Applied Science at Hofstra. And what makes us unique is that we are an undergraduate-only institution, and we really focus on undergraduate engineering education. When you look at a lot of engineering schools around the country, they're large, quite large. I actually went to a large state school. We don't have 500-person classes. We don't have lots of teaching assistants. In fact, we don't have any teaching assistants. Our faculty do all of the teaching and all of the interaction with all of our students. And so what makes us unique is really that we really focus on educating our students. We really care about the education of every single student, and we really have a personalized education, a really focused education on our students. And thus, we are able to give them research opportunities, help them gain internships, and to really foster their education so that they're able to make the most of that education as an undergraduate engineering student and to do the best that they can. John asks the question, can I have a minor? As an engineering student, you can have a minor, and in fact, all of our engineering students earn a math minor. A minor at Hofstra University is 18 credits, and all students do 18 credits of math and thus earn that math minor. Beyond that, you may have to do a little bit of additional work, but we have had students do minors in physics, in sustainability, which is a relatively new program at Hofstra, and we have had students do a lot of different and unique things with their engineering degrees. Bort asks, is it worth minoring in engineering? And I think it is. It depends on what it is that you're interested in. I've had several students in business and in psychology over the years who were interested in minoring in engineering because it works with their major and because it is something that they are interested in and can focus a little bit of their time on in their greater degree program. DS Light 4000 asks, how comparable is Hofstra's computer science, physics, and engineering departments to those of named schools such as Stony Brook? Well, we are ABET accredited, just as those programs are at Stony Brook. At least our engineering programs are accredited. The mechanical engineering, engineering science, and electrical engineering programs are all accredited. And so those programs are programs that we can stand toe-to-toe with any other school around the country on. Likewise, our programs, again, are very focused and personalized, and so we enable them to, we enable our students to really do those kinds of things, but again, with the personalized education and with the ability to focus on students and focus on what it is that they are looking for. Stephanie asks, does the school have any dual degrees? We do have a dual degree between computer science and math, and that's an excellent opportunity for our students who are interested in the theory involved with a math degree along with the applications involved with a computer science degree. And so that's one very strong dual degree. We also have had students do dual majors with engineering, and it's interesting, we've had students do dual majors including engineering and dance. And so we really, again, enable our students to choose a great many opportunities in terms of their degree programs and the work that it is that they want to do. Eric asks a very good question. Can you tell me about any alumni? We're very proud of our alumni. We've been teaching engineering at Hofstra for over 50 years. We have we have alumni who have gone on to do really great things. For example, let me tell you two stories. One of our graduates who studied mechanical engineering, studied aerospace engineering, has gone on to Boeing and has gone on to be a vice president with Boeing, Mike Delaney, and he's someone who very much keeps in touch with us here at Hofstra, wants to work with us, and has worked with us to do some interesting things, to give us some interesting ideas as we grow as a School of Engineering. Another relatively recent alumni, actually two guys, went on to work in Homeland Security as a subdivision of Northrop Grumman. And one of the things that was interesting about them is that they were very hard-working students. They worked their way through school. They were working while they were educating themselves. And we were so proud to see them move on to this opportunity to work and try and really protect our country, try and do some important things with our country. And so that's been very important. Another really important and interesting story is a fellow by the name of Mike Seaman who started a company called CPX. Mike graduated as a computer science major. He was one of my students years ago. And CPX is now working with us to try and help our students to be a part of some interesting things. And so this fits right in with our next questions that Sophia asks, do students take part in competitions outside of the university? Well, we have competitions both within and outside of the university that our students take part in. CPX, that I just mentioned a moment ago, has created the CPX Challenge, which is a $75,000 pot of money for students who are coming up with novel, interesting entrepreneurial ideas. And so this is a competition that's open to computer science, engineering, and science majors. We've seen a great many. I believe we have 12 entries now in the competition. Mike, as an alumnus of the computer science program, is very supportive of us, and we really have seen a great deal of energy come from our students into this program, and we're really interested in this. We've also had students take part in the Rube Goldberg competition, which is where engineering students use their creativity and technical know-how to create a Rube Goldberg machine, a machine that does nothing, but to a specific purpose. And we've had students have a great time with this and be very successful in the past. And so all of these competitions, again, foster a great deal of teamwork in our students and help them to really learn and grow as students and prepare them for the opportunities that they'll have after college. Lana asked the question, can you tell me about your faculty? We're very proud of our faculty here at Hofstra University. In the School of Engineering and Applied Science, we have 20 faculty members, 6 in the computer science side and 14 on the engineering side. Our faculty are the best in the country. When you look at our backgrounds, we have faculty who have degrees from Princeton and Stanford and Northwestern, Brown University, Cornell. We have faculty who are doing really incredible things now with our students. We have faculty also who really care about teaching. And that's one of the things that's really important to us, of course. And so those faculty are here at Hofstra to teach and to make sure that they can help our students grow, both inside the classroom and outside the classroom. Jason asked the question, which is a very important question for all of our students. Do you offer tutoring? We do. The university sponsors tutors that the engineering department is able to hire. We hire some of our better upper-class students who then help our engineering students, usually on the entry level, the second-year level engineering classes. I know math also offers tutoring, physics offers tutoring, chemistry, and this is all a service that is free to our students. And it's very important because while you may come up with questions as you're doing homework and may want to go to the faculty to ask those questions, sometimes students are more comfortable asking those of other students. And so this tutoring, which is offered several hours a week, is something that we really foster and make sure works. And we've been very successful with it over the years. Julia asked the question, do you have housing exclusively for engineering students? We do. Although it's not exclusively for engineering students, they also house with other science students. We have a house in the Netherlands, which is one of the dorm areas on the campus, and that house is for engineering and science students. Last fall, I went and had a spaghetti dinner with the students in that house, and it was a lot of fun. They had a lot of questions of me about what they were interested in, what we could offer them here at Hofstra. And it was really an interesting time to see them all together. And I know that being able to live with either your roommate or with other people in the dorm that are in the same classes as you, help you to sort of have a safety net, help you to work with other students. It's something that I did when I was a student, and I know works very well for our students. And so we're very happy to offer that specialized housing for some of our engineering and science majors. Ingrid asks, do you have group projects and classes? We do, and for one really good reason. It is that because teamwork is very important for engineers. Engineers don't just go out there in the real world and work by themselves. They must be a part of a team. And so by being on a group project, by having to work in a team, you really learn how to work with other people. You learn how to delegate authority if you're the team leader for that team. Or you learn how to work with others as you work on those projects. And we begin this with the first year in our Designing the Human-Made World class, which is a class required of all first-year engineering students. They work in teams on what we call the Grand Design Challenge, which is a project-based class, or a project part of that class, where they have to build devices to be able to do specific things. And so through that teamwork, through that experience, they also become friends and, again, form that bond, that safety net that helps them as they study in the later years of their work. And then, when they're seniors, we encourage them again to work on teams in senior design projects. And we see again that that teamwork really helps the students grow and to become better engineers. Russell asks the question, can I double major? And yes, you can. We've had students double major in engineering and physics, computer engineering and electrical engineering and dance, civil engineering and dance to be specific. And so while it is a challenge because you do have to take all of the credits to satisfy both degree programs, it is something that's very interesting to some of our students because it's something that enables them to really pursue all of their interests and their goals. And Maya asked the question, why should I choose Hofstra's School of Engineering and Applied Science? And to really sum up a lot of what I've talked about today, I have to say that the reason I really like what I do is because I teach. And I get to teach students, and I can focus on what it is that I want to teach them and what I want them to learn so that they can become successful engineers. And all of our faculty share this idea. We focus on undergraduate engineering education. We enable our students to get hands-on work in labs, work on research. We encourage our students to do outside work outside of the classroom. And we really help our students to grow. We focus on them. We focus on this idea of educating our students so that when they graduate, they can go on to become professionals, either immediately or they can be readily prepared to go on to graduate school and pursue further education. But they are very well prepared by what it is that we give them. And so when our alumni come back and talk to me, I am really pleased to hear all of the success stories. And again, it makes me feel really good because I'm a part of what is enabling the world to have more engineers and computer scientists. The world needs more scientists to answer our problems. And so I really would encourage a lot of people to choose engineering and, of course, to consider coming to Hofstra and our School of Engineering and Applied Science. Well, that's the end of our questions. I'd like to thank you for joining me today. I hope I've answered your questions. If I have not, I'd be happy to correspond or talk with you later. My email address is richard.j.perzer. Last name is a mouthful, so please let me spell that for you. It is Puerzer @hofstra.edu. And you could easily find me by coming to www.hofstra.edu/engineering. You'll find my picture and my email address there. Or you could give me a call in my office at 516-463-6019. We have some open houses coming up. I'd be happy to talk with you then, or speak with you, or email with you. But if you have any further questions, I'd be happy to speak with you. And I thank you all for joining me today. And please consider coming to Hofstra University for our School of Engineering and Applied Science. Thank you and take care.